In the medical device industry, the word quality can mean different things to different people. To some, meeting compliance requirements is quality. To others, quality is improving the life of a patient who uses their device. While both statements are true, only one is reflective of a true quality culture. There is a difference between meeting quality regulatory standards and fostering a quality culture. But what is quality culture? A true quality culture is an environment where team members genuinely care about the quality of their work and make decisions based on achieving that level of quality. You know you have a quality culture when there is a recognition amongst all levels of a company that quality should be achieved for its own sake and not just to meet regulatory approval. There are many companies out there with their quality policy printed on the office walls for all to see. Can their employees recite the policy? Sure, probably. But do they care? Can they truly relate to it? Or are they just committing it to a memory as a chore? There is a big difference, and it shows. At the end of the day, everything you are doing should be about the well-being of the end user. These are the patients who will be helped by the products you are making. A true quality culture is, of course, fundamental to making a product that is safe and effective in order to improve patient lives. If your team has that in mind at all times, odds are you already have a good quality culture. If not, the issue isn't that your company doesn't care about its end users. The quality culture just hasn't been fully fostered, leaving you with a great opportunity to make improvements that will trickle out into every aspect of your business and raise the standard of everything that you do. Organizations and quality professionals have introduced and adopted different approaches and strategies in creating the best possible quality culture. While organizations have invested a lot in the pursuit of true quality culture, still, many have abandoned or set aside the basics of the program. Company values. If you want to raise the standard of your quality culture or establish a new one, the first thing you need to do is make sure that your company values are clearly defined. Think about the values your company already has in place. Do these speak to quality? One effective way to do this is to encourage employees to adopt a mindset that every product they work on, regardless of which stage they touch it, eventually will be used on a family member. This approach establishes a holistic nature to quality culture that will impact all aspects of the business, from product development all the way to commercialization practices. Train employees in quality culture. Training is a worthwhile investment that pays dividends over the course of the company's development. Adept teams are formed through taking part in various aspects of training, including activities that reinforce the values of quality culture within the company. An unfortunate fact of corporate training is that it's often ineffective. Research shows that 90% of the information we learn at any given time is actually forgotten after 1 month. Given the cost of external training, this statistic presents a major cause for concern. Part of this is due to the mindset of those being trained. People can undergo all the training in the world, but they need to have an understanding of how their personal training will be beneficial and actually add value, both to them as an individual and to the company. Training is often mandated through regulatory requirements or disciplinary course of action following an audit or inspection, but shouldn't be adhered to as a checkbox activity. Training is an opportunity for teams to develop new skills that can be used to improve products and processes. One issue with training is that there's not always a clear way to measure its efficacy. A person may receive a slip of paper acknowledging certification, but this doesn't mean much if that person doesn't retain the information needed to effectively function. The way to navigate this is to adopt a quality mindset for improvement. Communicate clearly with regulators. It is important to align yourself with regulators as much as possible. If your quality management system is not according to quality standards, the risk of non-compliance is high and will eventually be uncovered at some point in the process. Regulators are essentially looking for risks in your operations, which is one of many reasons why risk management and quality management are so closely interconnected. When working alongside regulatory officials during an audit or inspection, you should make sure their visits are as seamless as possible. This can be practiced and perfected with internal audits amongst all team members involved in this process. We should always be ready at a moment's notice to produce any proof of record or procedure. People tend to get nervous when an audit or inspection is coming up, but this comes down to how prepared they are themselves. Regulators are not the enemy. They're simply looking out for the well-being of your end users. Pursue quality instead of chasing compliance. Many companies find compliance to be a burdensome process, but true quality and compliance simply go hand in hand. Here's the thing. Just because you're in compliance doesn't mean you're producing a quality product. We can think of a fast food restaurant that on paper are compliant with regulations but don't produce quality tasting meals. We see a lot of companies building a quality system simply as a means to satisfying regulatory requirements. But this is another missed opportunity to build one's quality culture and reap the long-term rewards. Companies that focus on compliance only tend to view quality culture as a task for the quality department. Compliance must be approached as a company-wide effort. Quality teams are often viewed as separate from the rest of the organization because they often assume the authority to inspect work, request do-overs, and in doing so, assume the responsibility of halting progress momentum. Obviously, this isn't a fair way to view quality staff members, and it's a mindset you should be vigilant in correcting if you come across it within the organization. Your whole organization should embrace a quality mindset in everything you do and every interaction across departments. People want to feel like they are doing something that matters, and if your team is responsible for developing and producing medical devices, everyone involved is doing something that matters. You just need to make sure they understand their role in the process in order for them to feel a certain way about it. When equality is truly embraced in all facets of a company, you have a better product and fewer headwinds. It is as simple as that. Final thoughts. Leaders everywhere know that a culture geared toward quality is essential to long-term success and competitive advantage. To get there, they have to change employee behavior by transforming the context in which people work so that behavior leading to high quality becomes rational. The most important desired behavior should be cooperation across an organization, which means designing an overall setup that fosters that cooperation. A successful quality management program needs a holistic end-to-end view and must be at the top of every management's agenda. Without it, companies are doomed to make and repeat costly mistakes. It goes without saying that quality is a key competitive factor in every industry. To provide high-quality products and services means to fulfill explicit and implicit customer expectations along every step of the value chain: R&D, procurement, production, sales and distribution, and after-sales service. Problems with quality translate quickly to lower levels of quality satisfaction, higher costs, and shrinking revenues. Without a transformation within an organization's culture, quality management will continue to suffer. The road to establishing a true quality culture is not always easy, but there is no better way to create a solid product or service that will be valued by all parties. It is not easy, but it is possible and attainable.